Do you want to know exactly how frugal living saves you money? In this video, I'm going to show you 10 ways that frugal living saves you money starting right now. Welcome, I'm Amy, and here at Frugal Over 50, I give you tips and tools for frugal living, all personally tested by me. Now let's get right to it. Number 1, frugal living saves you money because it gives you the inspiration to consider where you're going to live. And this goes to all sorts of things like where in the world, where in the country, where in your town, where are you going to live? Where is the best place for your needs, for things that you need to access, like work, like school, like other services in your community? What size house do you need? Do you need an apartment? Do you need a condo? Do you need an RV to travel the world in? These needs change throughout the course of our lives. And most people don't experience living in one house from the day they're born until the day that they die. Most of us move quite a lot, especially in our society today. We're very mobile, and it's important that you are reevaluating on a regular basis what is the size and type and location of the place where you live. And it needs to meet all of your needs, including and most especially your frugal needs, because your home is going to take up a huge portion of your living expenses, and you need to make sure that it's exactly the right size for you. If you're looking around the place where you live right now and thinking, this doesn't exactly meet my needs, it's time to let your frugal living mindset take you on a journey to find a place that does meet your needs. If you're living in a place that does meet your needs, congratulations, you're already there. What do you need to do to really make it work exactly right for where you are right now? Number 2, multiple streams of income. People who are frugal don't generally rely on just one source of income. Relying on one source of income has not been a good idea for quite a long time, and people who want to be frugal generally have multiple sources. And there may be one main source, the source that covers your health insurance and that covers your retirement savings and that pays most of your salary. But there's usually 1 or 2 or even 3 more things that you do to make extra money. It could be that you're decluttering that house that you're moving out of, and so you're going to sell things on eBay or Craigslist so that you can get some extra income. That's an extra stream of income. It could be that you teach lessons or you tutor, or any number of things that you might do to make extra money. Multiple streams of income are key to frugal living because they give you more income, and that gives you more choice when it comes to making frugal decisions. Number 3, frugal living saves you money because it inspires you to take care of your possessions. This goes to both of the things that we've talked about before. You live in the right size house, you have multiple streams of income, and then when you have things in your house or in your life, you take good care of them. You don't trash your possessions, you don't destroy them, you keep everything clean, you keep your possessions well maintained. And if you have already been doing this, I would like you to give yourself a frugal gold star. It may seem old-fashioned, and it doesn't cost you anything, and that is an actual bonus. If you're keeping your possessions in good working order, nice and clean, nice and organized, ready to be used, then you won't have to look outside of what you already have in order to get something done or in order to have the thing that you need, because you already know where it is and it's already ready for you. So taking care of your possessions helps save you money on your frugal journey. Number 4, frugal living saves you money at the grocery store because it tells you that you can buy the store brand of just about any product and it's fine. Now, you may have tried a store brand and then tried a national brand and decided that in this one particular case, you're going to go with the national brand. I have a coffee brand that I happen to like better than my store brand, so I understand that. But for the most part, when you compare prices between a store brand and a national brand, and then you compare the quality between the store brand and a national brand, if the price is lower, the quality is the same. I've got a freezer full of frozen vegetables that are store brand right now that cost literally a fraction of the national brand, and they are delicious, they are nutritious, they will feed my family, and they'll feed my budget because I saved money on the store brand. And you can too. Number 5, what if saving money on the store brand isn't quite enough for you? Maybe you want to save even more money. You know what you should do? You should make your own cleaning products. It's not hard. You could go on YouTube or you could put in a Google search for making your own cleaning products and come up with hundreds and thousands of recipes. But it's pretty simple. I'll tell you the one that I use. The basic recipe that I use is I take a squirt bottle that's empty, fill it half full of white vinegar, half full of water, and a few squirts of dish soap. That's my basic cleaning recipe. It's so easy. If you don't like that smell, because it smells a little like a salad at first, I understand that. You can get some essential oils like lavender or eucalyptus or mint or something, but just a few drops in there. I had a bottle of eucalyptus drops that I used for years. It just took forever to use them up, just dropping a few at a time into my squirt bottle, and it made everything smell lovely. So if you would like to make your own cleaning products and you have resisted, try my very simple recipe. And if you want something a little bit more involved, just Google it. You can find all sorts of recipes for homemade cleaners that you can make from ingredients you have right now. I want to thank you for making Frugal Over 50 a part of your journey today. If you like this video, I hope that you'll give it a like, and I hope that you'll subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified first of new videos. We're a great group around here full of positive energy around frugal living. I'd love to have you stick around. Now let's get right back to it. If you are looking for frugal living ideas and you really, really want to go hard, you know what you do? Use up all of your personal care products. I have seen videos where people take a hacksaw to the bottom of their lotion bottle and just keep digging out the lotion from the bottom. I don't have a hacksaw, so I haven't gone quite that far, but I will cut open tubes of skincare and makeup products to get at the last little bits and then store the open tubes in a Ziploc bag so that it doesn't dry out too much. You can get days and even weeks of product out of just using up all of your personal care products. Think of this in any personal care product or household product where there's a tube or a jar or a bottle or a dish of any kind. How much can you scrape out? Make it a game and you will feel frugal and you'll get a lot more product for your money. Number 7, if you're like, okay, this is great, but I want even more, give me more. Well, I'll tell you what, there's this thing that has happened in the last several years called cash back. And it started, I remember back in the 90s with the good old Discover card. But you know, even before that, I remember having green stamps. Is anybody old enough to remember green stamps? I got the iron that I took to college with me from a book of green stamps. There's always ways that you can look at to get cash back for products. Now, green stamps have gone the way of the dodo, and the Discover card, started in the 90s, is still giving cash back, and a lot of other people have gotten on that bandwagon. One of my favorites is an app called Fetch. Fetch is an app that I like well enough that I actually made a whole video on it. I'll link it below and up above here. It's an app where when you get home from the grocery store, you take a picture of your receipt, upload it to the app, and you get points. And over time, you collect enough points that you get cash back that you can use at a store or a product of your choice. I use this and I collect points quite slowly because I don't buy their recommended brands because see above under buying the store brand, but it still adds up over time. And if you're interested in something that's very simple like that, I have a link down below that will get you some extra points if you sign up. This isn't a sponsored post. Fetch doesn't know about me, but I really like what they offer. And it's really simple and it helps me to keep track of my receipts in a particular way as well. So I recommend any cashback system that you can use that helps you to save money. I say that because sometimes you work with a credit card company like Discover and they'll say they save you money, but if you are not great at managing credit cards, I would say don't go with that. Use something like Fetch. All right, as we come into the home stretch, I want to go back to your home and talk to you about how you use your dryer. The dryer is the large appliance in your home that uses the most electricity. And some of you live in places where using the dryer is probably not necessary. If you live in the desert, you could probably take your clothes out of the washer, shake them a bit, and they're half dry already. I live in the tropical humidity, and there are certain times of the year when my clothes don't actually dry unless I put them in the dryer. So there are times of the year when I use the dryer quite extensively, but there are other times of the year, and I'm always on the alert for this, where the air is dry, the day is sunny. It's a perfect day to not use the dryer. Always be asking yourself, do I need to use the dryer today? Make it part of the questions that you ask every single time you do your laundry. Number 9, transportation. Think about your vehicle. If you live in the United States, you probably need a vehicle to get around. There are people who will tell you that you don't, but 90% of the places where we live, it's really much better and safer to have a vehicle. You know what? Have a used vehicle. If you need to get a used vehicle with a warranty in order to have peace of mind, do that. If you have a mechanic friend or somebody you trust to look over a used vehicle as you are getting ready to purchase it, do that. But a used vehicle makes so much more economic sense for 99% of people than a new vehicle does. There are exceptions, always exceptions, but if you are trying to think about what kind of vehicle do I need, think about the size, think about the gas mileage, think about what you're going to do with it, and think used. And last but not least, walk. Walking saves lives. If you can walk, walk. Walk around the block. Walk around your city if you can do that. Walk for transportation. Walk for health. Walk every day. Now, some of you I know cannot. Hips give out, knees give out, all sorts of things happen that makes it impossible to walk. Find your thing that you can do instead of walking, because there's something that you can do. Do any of you live in a part of the world where you can walk everywhere? I'd love to hear from you. What's that like? I live in a place where there's only one store that I can walk to. The rest of them I have to go in my car, but I sure love to walk for health. And walking for health saves you money. It saves you money at the doctor's office. It saves you money in health problems later on. So walk, 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 walk. Now I know some of you have gotten this far in the video and you're disappointed. And you're disappointed because I didn't give your favorite way to save money through frugal living. So go ahead and tell me in the comments, what is your favorite way to save money through frugal living? We're a fantastic group here, and if you've made it this far in the video, I know that you're here because you really want to be here. Share with the group, what's your favorite frugal tip? And if you want even more from me, go check out my video, which I'm going to link above and below, on 10 frugal hacks. There's always 10 more ways you can save money and live frugally, and you deserve to rock your frugal journey. I am so glad that you are here, wherever you are on your frugal journey. I am so proud of you. Don't be afraid to take the next step. And if that next step is right here with me on this channel, I am so honored. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.